Hi guys, so today we will be solving leetcode problem 3223, which is minimum length of strings after operation. So let's start with the question. So in question you will be given a string and you can perform a action on it any number of times. So what is this action that we can perform? Let's look into it. So we can choose any index I in this string only when there is a character which is presented s of I in its left as well as in its right. So what it means, let's say I have a string A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A. So I can choose a character such that same character must be present in its left and its right. If I see C, there is no C in its left, but there is C in the right. But so that simply means that I can't select this character. But if I look at A, there is a in its left and there is a in its right. So I can select this character. Okay. So the second statement is I can delete the closest character in its left and I can delete the closest character in its right. Okay, which is same as s of I. So it means if I select A, I can delete the closest A in its left and the closest A in its right. So here I can delete this and delete this. So my task is to return the minimum length of final string as that I can achieve after performing these operations. So clearly here if I see only A with the character that can be deleted because there is no B which can be selected, correct? There is no C which can be selected, there is no D which can be selected, and there is no S which can be selected. So this is the minimum length of my string that I had created as example. Similarly, if I take this, if I see, I can select this A is there as there is a in its left and its right, and I can delete this A in its left and its right. Similarly, I can select this B or this B, any B. If I select this B, then I can delete this one and this one. If I select this, I can delete this one and this one. But that won't make any change, right? As you can see, if I select this, I can delete this as well as this. Okay, I left with two B's and there is no more operation that I can perform. Similarly, if I had selected this B, I could have then deleted this B and this B, and at the end, I would have ended with two B's. Okay, so the whole point is if you can see the pattern, it simply is I'm for right now, I'm taking A as example. Okay, so the pattern that follows is let's say in a string, I only had one A. I can't do anything, right? The A will end up in my final string. Similarly, when I have two A's or two characters in the string, then this A will end up in my final string. Why? Because to delete a character A, I need at least 3A. Otherwise, I can't delete it. Okay, so let's take the third condition when I have three A's. In this case, if you see, I can select the middle A and delete the two and A's, and I'm left with my first condition, and I'm left with A, 1A in my string. Similarly, if I had four A's, in that case, I can select any middle A and delete the other two A's. In that case, I'm left with two A's. Similarly, this condition. Then these two A's will be in my answer, right? So the pattern follows. If my number of A's are odd, only one A is in my final string. If the number of A are even, there are two A's in my final string. And if it's zero, then it's zero simply. So I can see the pattern. If the frequency of a character is odd, then I have to add one to the answer as it's only one left. Okay, but when my frequency of the character is even, then I have to add 2 to the answer because at the in my final string there will be two occurrences of that character if that character is in even frequency. Okay, so let's write down this code. So what you have to do, we have to count the frequency first. So I will create a frequency array of 26, as there are 26 characters. Now let's count the frequency. Sorry for the typos. Now let's create a variable answer, and now let's go through our frequency. Now clearly, if our frequency is 0, we have to ignore it. है ना? If there is no character present in the array, then we have to ignore it. But if that character is present, so we have to check its frequency. If that frequency is E1, always let's just take the first condition odd. If the frequency is odd, then what we have to add? We have to add 1 to the answer. Else we had to add 2 to the answer, correct? And this will be our answer. Simple. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. I hope it made you understand. Thanks.